Hello everyone, and I hope you are all well, and welcome to my draw for the next round of my competition, the Philip Neville Cup. If you didn't know what the Philip Neville Cup was, it's a competition I made named after Phil Neville because he's quite a great guy. But yeah, you know, he's a former Man United defender, and I just named the tournament after him. I like the FA Cup as well. So, you know, I hope I can encourage you guys to make your own tournaments. You can name it, you can have your own rules, it's up to you. But the Philip Neville Cup for me is a very special competition. It's like the FA Cup, you know, the knockout rounds, you know, the surprise results that you get. And goodness me, we've had some of those. I haven't been able to show you, but I'll show the 32 teams we've got in this next round. So, first off, we start with Stoke. They managed to beat Millwall by 2-1 in the last minute. Arsenal beat Yeovil Town on penalties after a 0-0 draw. I don't think that had happened in real life. Charlton Athletic beat Accrington. Spurs thrashed Forest Green Rovers 4-0. Scunthorpe United produced one of the greatest shocks in the Philip Neville Cup, in my tournament anyway, because a couple of my friends have done it. They managed to beat Brighton by 2-1, so that was a great result. Sheffield United won on penalties against Sheffield Wednesday in a Steel City derby. West Brom beat Tranmere on penalties. Bournemouth won on penalties as well against Luton. Newport beat Crawley Town 2-1. Manchester City beat Burton 2-1. Everton beat Chelsea 2-0. Now that was kind of a surprise in a way. Leicester beat Grimsby 2-0. No real shock there at the King Power Stadium. Newcastle beat my team Manchester United on penalties. They never do well in the Philip Neville Cup, whether it's mine or my friends. Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest 1-0. Huddersfield beat Cardiff 2-1. My friend supports Huddersfield. Nanj, that's his channel. Please can't even talk today, can I? Subscribe to him. Blackpool, they beat Barnsley on penalties. Watford beat Norwich 1-0. That's my other friend Lewis, Alpha01, that's his channel. Please subscribe to him as well. He's a Norwich fan. Watford beat them after a Troy Deeney goal. Crystal Palace, Benbow Gaming, please subscribe to him as well. Crystal Palace beat Hull. Aston Villa beat Bolton. Southampton beat QPR on penalties. Middlesbrough beat MK Dons. Wolves beat Portsmouth. Fleetwood stunned Championship Derby on penalties. Rotherham won on penalties against Blackburn. Fulham won on penalties against Burnley. Birmingham won 1-0 against Brentford. Reading beat Bristol Rovers 1-0. Shrewsbury beat Championship Swansea. Leeds beat Crewe 3-0. Swindon beat Morecambe 1-0. Bristol City beat Wimbledon 2-0. And Lincoln have just beaten Sunderland 2-0. Now, this is a website called Daft Logic. On Google, to make it easier, just type Cup Fixture Generator. And all you've got to do is type in how many teams you want, whether it's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. I did 64 and now I'm doing 32 for the teams got through in the first round or third round, and kind of, because it's like the FA Cup. And what I have done is, hang on a minute. So yeah, please use this. It's very, very useful. It's very exciting. It generates the fixtures for you. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'll tell you the fixtures that happen. Just tell me who maybe you might have wanted, or if you're happy with the tie or not. So let's go into it. Ready? So the first cup tie is Swindon Town are up against Leicester City. So Swindon will play Leicester at home. So Swindon Town versus Leicester. That's a good tie there for Swindon Town. against Brendan Rodgers' Leicester. The next tie is Fulham against Fleetwood. So Fulham, who got relegated from the Premier League last season, will play Joey Barton's Fleetwood, who knocked out Derby County. Okay, the third game is Bristol City up against Crystal Palace. So Bristol City will welcome Crystal Palace at Ashton Gate. The fourth tie is Newcastle against Wolves. So Rafa Benitez's team have an all Premier League tie with Wolves, who you could consider them as favourites for the Cup. Rotherham are at home to Manchester City, so they actually met in the third round of the FA Cup this year. City won 7-0 at the Etihad, but this time Rotherham at home. I don't know if that gives them a better chance, but yeah, it gives them something, I suppose. The next tie is Watford against Bournemouth, an old Premier League tie at Vicarage Road. And then number 7 is Middlesbrough, who are up against Southampton. So Middlesbrough, who beat MK Dons, are up against Southampton, who beat QPR. Scunthorpe, who knocked out Premier League Brighton, will hope to continue upsetting teams as they entertain Leeds United. Lincoln against Shrewsbury. So I think, well, Lincoln are in League 1 next season, Shrewsbury in League 1. Game number 10, Newport County against Tottenham. Wow. Well, Newport actually played Tottenham in the 2017-18 FA Cup fourth round. It was 1-1 and they took them to a replay and Tottenham won. So Newport will play Spurs. Arsenal are at home to Charlton Athletic at the Emirates, so a London derby between Arsenal and Charlton. Reading are up against Sheffield United, who will be in the Premier League next season. Sheffield United. I think West Brom fans might like this. West Brom are up against Birmingham. So a bit of a Midlands derby there. West Brom are at home to Birmingham. Huddersfield Town. Andre, you'll be happy with this, maybe. I don't know. Huddersfield, they beat Cardiff by 2-1, and they're at home again, and this time they'll be playing against Aston Villa at the John Smith Stadium. So Huddersfield Town will be up against Aston Villa. And game number 15, Everton are at Goodison. Everton beat Chelsea by 2-0, and they'll be hosting Blackpool. And finally, last but not least, Stoke City who are the first winners of my Philip Neville Cup, and they'll be playing Liverpool. So there you go, everyone. We've had some brilliant cup ties. Let's just get rid of this notification that's on my screen at the moment. Thank you very much. So in the Philip Neville Cup, Premier League, Leicester will be heading off to Swindon Town. Fulham will be playing Fleetwood. Crystal Palace, Ben, I don't know what your thoughts are on this. You'll be playing away at Bristol City. Newcastle are up against Wolves in an old Premier League tie at St James's Park. Manchester City will be going to Rotherham. Watford will play Bournemouth at home. Premier League, Southampton will face Championship Middlesbrough. Scunthorpe United, who produced one of the greatest upsets in the Philip Neville Cup so far, it will, by beating Brighton, will be up against Leeds. Lincoln City will play Shrewsbury. Tottenham will face Newport County at the... sorry, I forgot what Newport's ground is called. I apologise, Newport fans. But Rodney Parade, that's it. Tottenham will be going to Rodney Parade to face Newport. Arsenal will play Charlton at the Emirates. Reading are up against Sheffield United. A Midlands derby between West Brom and Birmingham. Everton are at home to Blackpool, while Liverpool will travel to Stoke. So that concludes the draw for the Philip Neville Cup. You can use many different ways to do a draw. You could do it like they really do before an FA Cup game, where they get they use the balls with the numbers on, or you can just cut bits of paper out and pick a team out and write the team's names next to a number. Or you could use the FIFA randomizer. Just press X on if you go to the league section, and then they'll pick a league for you, then they'll pick a team. And or there's the Daft Logic, which is a very, very useful source that I use for my cup competitions, as I've just done now. So please give me your thoughts. If you're a fan of the Philip Neville Cup, if you would like to, drop a comment down and say, who would you have wanted, or are you happy with the tie that you've got? And what's your predictions for that game for the next round of the Philip Neville Cup? So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and obviously comment below. And I'm Brad the Lad, and I'll see you soon.